What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I picked up some side work here. I've actually started on it. This is a 2004 Jeep Liberty. As you can see, it's got some window regulator issues. I actually had to take a screwdriver and get inside the car. This door was jammed. I had to take a screwdriver and work on getting this cable unhooked out of this. You can see some of my scratch marks there, just trying to get the door open. Finally got this door open. We got to figure out what's wrong with this. With the window, which I'm 99.9% sure with all of these Jeep Liberties is the window regulator. They always go bad on these cars. I'm not really a big fan of Jeep Liberties. I think they're kind of junky. I've worked on so many of these things for people, and I don't know, to me they're just piles of crap. No offense if you own one. But so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off this door panel and we'll get to the window regulator and see what's wrong with it. I also picked up another little side job here. Got a little 2004 CRF 70F Honda dirt bike here. It has fuel leaks and all sorts of other stuff. We'll get into this thing later on. I don't know if it's going to be in this video or not, but I've already ordered parts for that, and we'll get into that later. But first things first, let's take this door panel off. Door panel's removed, the little dust cover's removed, obviously, which I already knew. My suspicions were 99.9% true. Window regulators all in pieces. That's a common issue with these cars. I couldn't tell you how many regulators on these I've replaced. So I'm just going to leave it like this for now. I'm going to wad this up in here just for the time being. I slid the window down so it won't fall, and we'll just leave it like this till I get a new regulator ordered. I'm going to order one right now, and I guess that's it for this thing for the time being. Well, it's been a few days later. I'm finally getting parts trickling in. For some reason, I guess the only thing I can figure is everybody's ordering parts because they're getting their tax or income tax refund. I don't know, but parts are taking forever. I finally got the window regulator for this Jeep Liberty. It's a cable kind. I went with I upgraded it, updated it, whatever. We'll pop that in here in just a few minutes. Other things I've been working on. I got the dirt bike, that little 70, took apart. I had to take it apart one evening because I needed to figure out it wasn't getting any spark. Ended up being the stator's bad. It didn't ohm out right, so I got a new stator coming. It's supposed to have been here today, but it's not. Maybe it'll be here tomorrow, hopefully. But I got this thing took apart. We'll put it back together. I promised. My camera was dead, so now I was kind of in a hurry because I wanted to order parts and get them here. Oh, and one more thing. Today I went to drive my buggy to work. I drove this thing yesterday to work, and then I was going to drive it again today. It's got a full tank of fresh fuel tank of 93 100% gas in it. Started this thing up, and I was letting it sit here and idle. The passenger side carburetor. I don't know if you guys can see this little plug right here on the carburetor, right there, the one I'm pointing at. It pours gas out around it, and it just drips down, drips right on the exhaust. I was sitting there watching it when I was running because I could smell raw gas for a little bit, and there's some on my finger. Good stuff right there. So I'm thinking about what I'm going to do is I'm just going to order a new carburetor. I've had nothing but problems out of this carburetor on this side. Adjusting it and working with it. I've worked with this carburetor more than I've done with that one. I don't know what the deal is with it, but I think I'm just going to order a new one and be done with this and pop it on there. So with all that being said, I guess we're going to start on the Jeep. I got to get all my tools together, and we're going to put a window regulator in it. First things first, I already had the door panel off as you've seen. I'm going to unhook the window. See, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little clip right here. I'm going to take the screwdriver, put it in here. Oh, well, the clip came all the way off, but well, now that I popped the clip off, the window, I'm going to have to use both hands. I'm going to unhook the window, slide it all the way up, like so. We'll slide it all the way up. There's a tool I did forget at work. I have a set of suction cups that hook on the window, and there's a cable hook to them, and they'll go over the window frame when the window's all the way up, and it'll hook on the outside because there's two on each. There's one suction cup on one side, one suction cup on the other, and I use two of them, and it holds the window up while I swap that over. I forgot to bring those home because I normally don't ever need them here, but so I'm going to have to rig it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide the window out of the track down here and slide it all the way up and probably wedge it up just for the time being, and then I'm going to take off these three bolts holding the window motor in place, and then I'm going to loosen up these two right here and this one right here, and the track will come out. Well, I got the window up, I got it wedged in place pretty good. It's not going anywhere. I kind of tugged around on it. Basically, when you take that clip off, well, I'll show you in the new one right here. Slide the clip off. There's these two little metal things on the bottom of the window there. They're stuck in there. The clip's holding them in place. Once you slide the clip off, you can pop the window out and slide it up. That's all I've done. So now, like I said, I'm going to take this, loosen up that one, loosen up that, and loosen up that. And now the window motor should be free. You just pick it up, slide it in those little notches right there. There's the window motor. So now I'm going to unplug it. Basically, there's the plug-in. I probably have to have both hands for that. It's right there. I get my finger on it. Oh, that's going to come undone. Basically, I got to unplug the window motor, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing to these two bolts, the same thing to this one, and slide it all up, and the whole window regulator has come out right through this little spot. Well, the old one's out, as you can see. I got it laying right there in the yard. I just threw it right there. So now it's time to take the new one. I'm going to take it in there and just mount the same exact way. The motor mounts right here, and you got your two for your track up top, and you got your one at the bottom, and it even comes with new hardware. I got the regulator installed. As you can see, I got my new bolts, all 6 of them installed. The motor's installed. You can see all 6 of those are done. This is super easy. Basically, I just slid it in at an angle sideways, put it in, tilted it up, hooked those in first, then hooked this one in last and bolted it down. So now I got to where'd my plug go? There it is. I can get to it. Take my plug it into the harness side of the car, push the safety over. I'm going to get a zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie this up so it doesn't snag on the window and not flopping around. And I got to turn the key on, and I'll roll this window down a little bit because the parts with a clip on it somewhere right in here. I'll slide it down so I can slide the window down and hook it in. Well, I got the window motor plugged in. As you can see, you might be able to see right here my zip tie. I just zip tied it around this little area right here to keep the wiring out of the way. And I got the window track down. So now all I got to do is slide the window down. Let's see if I can. And we'll just pop it in place. Let's see if we can do this. That's it. Popped in place. Well, the window works. I just tested it. It goes up and down, good to go on that. So next thing is we're going to pop the door panel and stuff back on. Should all be downhill from there. Door panel's back on, everything's done. So last but not least, I'm going to clean this window. I like using industrial strength stuff, so I got some of this Safe Light Auto Glass Cleaner. I'm going to clean this window real quick, and this project is done. Well, I got the window done. Always remember when you do this, roll the window down just a little bit so you can clean up through here, because a lot of people forget that, and there's always fingerprints and smudge. This stuff right here is just awesome. I love this stuff. I had some window genie cleaner for a while, but I ran out. Well, there you go. That's putting a rear door window regulator in a Jeep Liberty. You don't know how many times I try to take that clip there. I keep messing it up, getting tongue-tied. So I finally got it. But that's putting a window regulator in the rear door of a Jeep Liberty. If you have a front door in a car, like just take my car for instance, this doesn't have power windows. But when you go to have the auto window function, you have to reprogram that. And as well as if you open the door on a coupe of most cars, the window comes down just a little bit. You'll probably have to reprogram that as well. Coming to a video near you soon, my 2011 Chevy Silverado with a 5.3, we're going to be doing a camshaft swap in it. I already started getting a bunch of stuff in it. I got a bunch of stuff from Brian Tooley Racing the other day, DOD, Active Fuel Management Delete Kit, and some push rods, valve spring kit, and just a bunch of stock replacement parts that I'm going to replace on it because the truck's almost got 100,000 miles on it. So I'm going to go ahead and replace a bunch of stuff on it because that's me being a mechanic. I about fell over. Wow. But in the next video, you guys will see me working on a little Honda CRF 70. We're going to get that running, and probably a lawnmower. I got to get one of Dad's lawnmowers fixed. But anyway, I guess that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Click the like, subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see y'all next time, and be good to one another and enjoy life while you have it.